You know, here's what typical candidates do. They try to get other establishment players to back them for a race. Now, if you think about it, Jeb Bush had that in spades. Mitt Romney, when he was running, had that everywhere. But Donald Trump was seeking out a different crowd, maybe because he was getting resistance from the typical establishment crowd. So he got it back at Lou Holtz, a former Notre Dame football coach, early on. And I would think that's pretty important. Lou Holtz with us right now. Lou, good to have you.
Well, thank you. Always a pleasure to be with you, Neil.
Did you seek Donald Trump out? He, you, what?
Well, I've been a fan of his, and, you know, we started out with 17 great candidates. I didn't know for sure what direction I was going to go. But what happened to the other 16, Neil, is, you know, the Republicans have elected the Senate, the House, and absolutely nothing happens. So you sort of get an outsider. I've known Donald Trump. I've played his golf course. I've been in his hotel. They're first class. And our economy is struggling a little bit. Don't tell me about the unemployment rate, Neil, when we have less people working today than we did 40 years ago. We have more people in poverty, more people on food stamps, more people on welfare. And over the last 8 years, we've doubled the budget. So I just figured you look at it and say, well, there was just a time for an outsider. You
know, obviously it was perfect timing, given your popularity, where in Indiana alone you're a deity, but you're pretty well known nationally, internationally. But obviously did that with Bobby Knight as well. For Donald Trump going forward, he's getting more signs now that the establishment guys, Lou, and even those who resisted him in the party, are rallying behind him, some grudgingly. You're a pretty good coach, and that worries me when some do so grudgingly. How would you advise Republicans now and how they rally around Donald Trump?
I think what everybody has to do is say, okay, what are my alternatives? I can't vote for Walker or whoever else. My alternative is either Hillary Clinton or it's Donald Trump. And you have to look and decide, okay, this one stands for this one stands for that. The thing that I think has helped Donald Trump as much as anything, Neil, is political correctness. He is not politically correct, and everybody in the country, like me, I think, is just tired of everybody have to be the right thing and say the right thing, and that's not what made this country great.
But even, Lou, as someone as controversial as you've said some choice things, but you get the point across without going to extremes or cursing people out, or maybe you have referred to other coaches as a little Marco, and maybe I've missed that.
No.
But that's what's going to come back, we're told, to bite Donald Trump, that demeanor, that he's got a very good message, but Democrats are going to make a big deal of a messenger. What do you say?
I agree with you completely on that. I see the three things I think that you have to look at in voters, and the same thing with the players I had on my team. Number one, can I trust him? Can I trust Donald Trump? Can I trust Hillary Clinton? Number two, who's committed to excellence? Who really wants this country to be great? And number three, who genuinely cares about the people? Those are the three questions going to be answered. I agree with you. Some of the comments he made, I thought were completely out of line. I don't believe you have to belittle people. I think you need to sell yourself. And humility is not thinking less of yourself. Humility is thinking more of other people. And I just think that I don't agree with that. But then again, he's the guy running.
Yeah, he is the guy. But if you had to offer Donald Trump, who now is a presumptive nominee, any advice going forward, what would you say?
I'd say be presidential and care about people. You know, the president of the United States, it represents all people. I mean, not just the poor, not just immigrants. It represents all people, the successful people as well, and show people kindness. But by the same token, you don't have to pepper coated all the way along the line. Either when you talk about immigration, I mean, Lord, here's a fact: you don't have a country if you don't have borders, Neil. My parents, my dad went to war in World War II. We went to live with my mother's parents that came over here from the Ukraine, both of them. I want them to teach me Ukraine. They said, you don't live in the Ukraine, you live in the United States. Learn English. Just get to the basic fact of what's important to people.
That's well put. That's well put. Let me know when you're running for office, Lou.
I'm not. I'm running away from things. I'm not running to anything here.
You're a good man. Lou Holtz, thank you very, very much.
Thank you for having me, Neil. Bye now.
You'd want support like that, right?